Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I made this colorful and yumilicious plantains and gizzards, which some people call gizzdodo or gizzdodo. That one had me. Anyways, I hope you stay tuned to the end of this video to see how I made this delicious side dish. So here are the ingredients I'll be using. Of course, I'll be using some gizzards, and this is the quantity I'm going to be using. I'm going to also use 2 ripe plantains, and in this bowl I have 1 large fresh tomato, half yellow bell peppers, half green and half red bell peppers, together with 1 scotch bonnet pepper, all roughly blended. I'll also be adding some curry powder, minced ginger and garlic paste, thyme, 1 sliced onions, salt, and 1 nut cube. Now this is the remaining half of the bell peppers, which I diced into cubes. So in a pot I'm going to add the gizzards, then I will add 1.5 of the seasoning cubes, and then we are going to be using the remaining half later. After that, I'm going to add some salt, just a tiny bit of salt, not too much. Now I'm going to divide the 1 sliced onion into 2, add half of it in the pot, and then I'm going to be using the remaining half later as well. And then I went ahead and added a tiny bit of thyme, a tiny bit of water as well. I'm going to cook the meat until it is well cooked. So while the meat is cooking, I'm going to peel and cut the plantains. So before you cut the plantains, you want to make sure you wash the skin, because sometimes it has dirt in it. So you need to make sure you wash it before you start peeling and cutting it, because you don't want to introduce dirt to the main plantain itself. So you are supposed to cut the plantain into a 1/4 inch thickness, just like so. After cutting the plantains, we are going to add a little bit of salt to it and mix everything together until the salt and the plantains are well combined. Now we are going to heat up some oil in a frying pan, just enough oil to fry the plantains. And then once the oil gets hot, you are going to start adding the plantains, and we are going to fry it until it turns to slightly golden brown, just like what you're seeing now. So once it turns to golden brown, or once it caramelizes just a little, we are going to take it off the heat. But make sure it is well fried, okay, because you don't want to eat uncooked plantains. So in that same oil I'm going to be frying the meat. My meat is well cooked now, so I'm going to fry it until it turns to golden brown. Now frying the plantains should take you somewhere between 8 to 10 minutes, and then frying the gizzards should take you somewhere around 5 to 7 minutes. Yeah, once it turns to golden brown, just take it out of the heat, but make sure it's not burnt. Now once I'm done frying the gizzards, I'm going to take off the excess oil, and I'm going to leave just a tiny bit of oil in the frying pan, then add my remaining half of the sliced onion, a teaspoon of the minced ginger and garlic paste, and a tiny bit of thyme. Mix that together and pour in the roughly blended peppers and fresh tomatoes. Now you are going to stir it up a little bit, cover the pot and allow it to dry the excess water in it. And once it dries, this is exactly what it should look like. Then you are going to go ahead and add the remaining half of the seasoning cube. add a pinch of the curry powder and then pour in the meat stock, just the tiny bit of water. You don't need too much water for this. It should be exactly like what you're seeing now. So you are going to test it. If you still need to add more salt, you can go ahead and add salt, but I didn't add any more salt to it again. So what you just saw me doing now is I took out some of the salt because I think it's too much for the quantity of meat I'm making. So yeah, I'm going to use it to make jollof rice, so I'm not going to pour it away. Now I'm going to toss in the meat inside the sauce until they are well combined. Then I will go ahead and pour in the diced bell peppers, mix it together and turn off the heat. You don't need to cook it, just once it is well mixed in the sauce, you are going to take it off the heat immediately. You still want it to be as crunchy as possible. So once that is done, I'm going to let it cool down a little bit and I'm going to start inserting them in the toothpick, just like so. So if you don't want to go through this process, you can just pour in the fried plantains inside the pot and mix everything together, and that's it. But because I want to make it look beautiful and more colorful like this, I went ahead to insert it on the toothpicks, and I call these designers plantains and gizzards. So my daughter, who has been sick for a while now, she has refused to eat anything, like anything. So when she saw this, she was like, mommy, I will eat. I thought she was joking, but trust me guys, she ate 4 of these, and like seriously, she ate 4 of these, and she even came for more because it was that yummy and tasty. You need to give this recipe a try guys, and you will come back and thank me later. You can eat this just the way it is, or you can serve it over white rice or jollof rice, but it goes so well with jollof rice. So try it and see for yourself.
If you like this video, don't forget to click on the like button. If you're new to my channel, please click on the red subscribe button below and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any of my latest upload.